Hey, everybody, we are here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce, where I try to explain what's going on in the markets in plain English, getting harder every day sometimes to do that, but we try our best. Welcome to Friday, March the 17th, 2023. Nice to have you here. If you're an option writer, which I suspect many of you are, or a number of you are thinking about becoming an option writer, welcome to the party, pal. It's your party. You are here to enjoy yourself, and boy, are you going to have fun and make a ton of money. This market isn't going anywhere. Folks, you guys are going to make all kinds of dough on depreciating contracts. Time is your secret weapon, and do not be afraid of upside, because there are all kinds of issues beginning to bubble and come to the surface all over the place, and it's not just in the U.S., it's internationally as well. Look, we've got a ton of stuff happening as usual, all at the same time. As I'm speaking to you now, I'm looking at futures that indicate to me that the Dow is off 244 points. It's the best I can tell you. I'm not even sure if that's deadly accurate. I hope it is, but it sure doesn't look like we've got a nice looking market to start the day. Down 27 on S&P, and we're off about 34 on the NASDAQ. Oil is down 16 cents a barrel. The 10-year Treasury is slipping 3.4% yield, which means the interest rate on it is falling. The value of that Treasury is rising. It's indicating, again, more capital from around the world coming into U.S. Treasuries for safety. And the ones they really want, they are buying 10s, but they want 5s, they want 2s, and they want 30, 60, 90-day notes just to park the money for a while in a safe place. This is creating a movement on the foreign currency exchanges as well. The euro is at 106.1. It was almost 107 this morning. And the British pound is at 121.28, and it was over 122 this morning. And so a lot of flight to quality. Quality is called the US dollar because Americans are perceived as the wall, the line in the sand where bills get paid. American taxpayers are, quote, good for it, as they like to say out there. We've got oil, like I say, down right now as well. It is sitting at $68.19. This commodity was over $80 just about a week ago. We have got banks pumping money into First Republic Bank. 30 billion came in, but First Republic had to make an announcement this morning, last night, I guess, that they have suspended dividends on their shares. And this is an entity that used to pay a 3.1% yield on investing. All shareholders of this bank now are getting nothing as far as money from the bank anymore. And that is how this bank is able to afford to borrow $30 billion or to accept $30 billion in deposits from 11 large banks and basically pay them interest on the money, some kind of interest. I don't know what it is, half a point a year, a point a year. It doesn't matter. It's some kind of a deal. And the banks probably said to the bank, the big bank said to the Republican bank, First Republic, we'll put dough in, but you've got to suspend your dividend out because that shows a prudent move on your side, that you're not going to just turn around and issue our money in dividends to your shareholders. The shareholders have to pay a price here for a suspended dividend at this time, and we're more than happy to pump money into your bank and invest in your banking operation, not invest in your dividend paying ability operation. And of course the bank said yes, of course that's exactly what we're going to do. So that happened. In the meantime, over in Europe, Credit Suisse shares are trading on the European stock exchanges, and those shares are down to 168 euro, under the $2 level, even though day before yesterday, Credit Suisse had approached the government of Switzerland, the Fed in Switzerland, the national bank, Swiss National Bank, and was successful in attracting a $55 billion lifeline of cash to borrow from them to size up and bolster up their cash on hand. That stabilized the banking side of things so that checks are clearing at Credit Suisse. No problem there. The problem at Credit Suisse is not that. The problem at Credit Suisse has been the fact that 4 or 5 years ago, or 2 years ago, I guess, about 2 years ago, they ran into a little nightmare when this Archegos hedge fund thing blew up in Asia. And $13 billion of bank money disappeared from a number of banks, of which at least $4 billion or more was Credit Suisse. Nomura Banking in Japan got caught, and other banks around the world got hit with losses. And some U.S. banks were close. I think J.P. Morgan may have lost 800 million or something. They didn't lose much, but this was a nightmare that took a while to figure out. That this Archegos outfit had been leveraging their loans by borrowing money from various banks at the same time on the same asset. So it's like you going into your local bank going, hey, I got a 67 Mustang here worth 30 grand. I want to borrow 10 grand on it. And your banker goes, that's great. Yeah, no problem. I'll lend you 10 grand on your Mustang. And then you go across the street to another bank and do the same thing, and another and another. You do that 13 times. So you do it 30 times. You borrow $300,000 on the $30,000 car. Problem is that nobody has the lien on the car. They have just your signature. You're good for it because you got the car. And you got 300 grand and you're out there gambling with it and you lose it all. You lose half the money. You got 150 grand left and you can't make the payments on $300,000 of debt, and so you go under, and your receiver grabs the 150,000 you've got. They grab your car, and the bankers go, "Well, I'm supposed to get paid. I'm supposed to be paid out because I got a loan on this car. Where's the car? I'll just take the car." And they go, "Sorry, you have 1/13 of the car, 1/30 of the car. 3% of the car is yours. That's $900, and you don't get $900. You're going to get about $200 or $300 of your 10 grand back." That was the wipeout that took place at Archegos, and Credit Suisse got caught with that, which exposed a litany of problems at Credit Suisse because they now found other loans that were suspect, questionable, not well researched, not well checked out, and all of a sudden the folks at in the internal department, internal affairs at the bank, are uncovering nightmare after nightmare of lending practices and leveraged loans and all kinds of other issues where this bank is vulnerable to tens of billions in losses unless we get our money back and clean ourselves up. And so this has been now 2 years of management changes and all kinds of issues, and it's not yet finished. In the meantime, see, a year ago, the interest rates started going up, and that caught Swiss Bank and all these other banks with a problem. They're long the same bonds that the Fed is long. The Fed was buying bonds from everywhere, including the U.S. government's own bonds and other countries' bonds and corporate bonds. And so banks were buying bonds as solid collateral for their footprint, their foundations, until the problem showed up that when rates started going up from 0 to 2% to 3% to 4%, 4.5%, that meant that bonds, all the bonds in the world outstanding that were paying interest rates of 0.5% to 1.5% have now dropped in value by 20%, all in a 3 to 6 month window. That is called light speed in the bond business. Not in the stock market business, not in the option writing business, but in the bond business, that's fast. And that is really bad because it means trillions of dollars have to be shifted. And it's difficult to get that done like that. And so you have entities out there who thought, we're fine. We're a $200 billion bank with, we got $220 billion of investors' money in here. We have 200 billion in bonds, and we have 50 billion of our own cash and shareholder money and bonds that we've issued ourselves. We're fully capitalized, no problem. Then the asset value started to drop. People started pulling money out of banks because they were shifting money to other banks, and or companies are using up cash that they've raised from going public or doing deals with venture capital firms 3, 4, 5 years ago. These guys, there have been trillions of dollars raised by corporations for the last 5, 10 years, tens of trillions. And this money is being used up right now. Slowing economy, supply chain problems, higher inflation costs, higher wages. Cash balances at corporations are slowly and perceptively shrinking. And the area where it's most notable is the smallest companies. The smallest venture firms are the ones who use up cash more on a percentage basis than a gigantic international conglomerate with 5 billion cash lying around. Yeah, okay, fair enough. The problem is that these banks we're talking about, these 10 to the 10th largest bank to the 100th largest bank, are the ones that deal with the smaller corporations. And these entities are drying up, they're using up capital, they're burning off capital. And they're looking to become profitable one day down the line, and they're burning up capital. And so as they withdraw money and pay bills, these banks are noticing their deposits shrinking. Just little, ever imperceptibly shrinking. That's a natural occurrence. And the higher the rates go, the more their bonds are dropping in value, which means the squeeze is on between the money that they can get for the bonds if they needed to sell them, versus the capital they have in the bank from shareholders and other investors versus deposits on hand that are shrinking. And they have to come up with cash to meet the demand of their depositors. This is banking. This is nothing new. This is normal. The problem is that when the shrinkage is faster on the deposit side, then you can raise capital or turn assets into liquid cash. You get a squeeze. And this is where you can go to the window. You can go to what's called the discount window at the Fed and borrow some money from them overnight. But you need to have cash keep coming in. And the thinking is, in traditional banking, for big banks, what happens at McDonald's, they borrow $200 million on Thursday to make payroll for Friday, but by Monday, they deposit $300 million into the bank from all the receipts over the weekend. And that's how you flow capital all the time. That's normal. Small companies don't do that. Small companies pay out $1 million in payroll, and they're hauling in $500,000 in sales next week. They're draining their cash. They've got 15 million, but they're draining it by 500,000 a month as they are growing and establishing their businesses, and they're trying to grow their cash flows to the point where they break even. Sounds familiar? Spire sounds familiar. Smart Brent, Rocket Lab, ME, and thousands of others, tens of thousands of other companies that are using up capital they have to get where they're going. Of course, the question is, do they have enough capital to last a while or not? In the case of former SPACs, like we follow, they have tons of capital that they can generally use for years and years and years. They're going to be all right. But for entities that are not yet public, that couldn't go public, where the SEC shut them down on SEC rule changes with regard to SPACs, where they killed trillions of dollars of deals that SPACs were about to fund these guys with to protect shareholders, these guys are in big trouble. And so private equity is being utilized, and these banks are honoring checks for these guys and needing to raise cash to cover it. And if you need to raise cash and you have to start selling your assets, you can't tap your investors for more because they're tapped out. You're now looking to sell assets that are 20, 30% below price. And it didn't help that this week, the ECB raised its interest rates by 0.5 percentage point. And it doesn't help that next week, the Fed is expected to raise their rates by 1/4 to 0.5% as well at last report. Now, the question is, will the Fed actually raise interest rates by 0.5 point next week? If they do, we could have another 5% drop in the value of bonds globally. What is that going to cause in big problems? This is the big issue. If they do not raise rates and they do a pause to keep everything stable, then they are admitting that there's a problem. that there's a bigger problem than they've admitted in the past. And only a week and a half ago, Powell was in front of the Congress telling them, all is well, just like the guy in Animal House. This is the question. Was Santiago in danger or wasn't he? You said Santiago was not to be touched, to quote a few good men. If Santiago was not to be, you told him not to touch, why did you have to remove him off the island? You said he was safe. You said everyone listens to your commands, and you said he was not to be touched. Why would his life be in danger? Maybe his life was in danger after all, wasn't it, Colonel Jessup? Look, fun times at the OK Corral here. And do politicians want to yell at Powell right now and make him look bad and make the American banking system appear shaky? No, senators don't want to do that. Certain Republican congresspeople might want to do that to score brownie points and try to get their base to keep voting for them because they're rabble-rousers. But at the same time, these guys, with all their enthusiasm of attacking the institutions of their own country, may find that they're helping a lot of businesses in their districts go out of business. And maybe not a good idea to slam the U.S. economy and the basis of its banking system. Just saying. In the meantime, investors walk with their money and they ask questions later. And this is why we're looking at the Dow off 0.75 of a point. Nothing ridiculous, but it is a 246-point drop this morning on the Dow on Friday, after we have had basically a rough couple of weeks. And yesterday, the Dow did gain 371.98 points on the day. That was the thinking was yesterday, this is the beginning of a several-day rally in the market because we were oversold and all of our problems have been solved because First Republic Bank was refunded with capital. They put fund money in there and Credit Suisse was looked after. All our banking problems are solved now. And this morning, there are worry warts all over the place going, there's something else wrong. There's something else not working out here. Something else is not quite right. Oh, and then there's the other thing that's still going on. Yeah, that's right. There's a war in Ukraine. There's a war in Ukraine that's still going on that is draining billions out of the world economy. It's not good for Russia, but it's also not good for the G20 countries supporting these guys because it's a little drain of capital that keeps going over here to solve this little problem. But the Americans and the Germans and the Brits and others realize it's worth it to do this. Why is it worth it for us to spend trillions of dollars annually to support the Ukrainians, to knock the crap out of the Russians? Because if we don't do it there, we're going to have to do it somewhere else. And if we have to do it somewhere else, we may have to use our kids to do it with. Right now, we can fight this war against the Russians and not use any American soldiers, no Canadian soldiers, no UK guys are getting picked up, none of the German guys are getting picked up. Just the Ukrainians. So for now, let's use them to fight the Russians, give them the bullets, and take down the Russians, and send a message to the Chinese: stop messing with the West. Of course, the Chinese are sitting there going, "Sheesh, we thought the Russians were this invincible army of unbelievable proportion. Now, we would never think of invading Russia from the south and taking over all their territory. But gee whiz, here in China, we can lose 20 million soldiers. Big whoop. I mean, we throw 200 million soldiers into a fight. We got 1.3 trillion people. What do we care? I mean, no big deal. It's not like they vote. It's not like they're going to go on strike. Our soldiers will do whatever we tell them to do. We could knock these Russians off in no time because the Russians are running out of guys. There's that. We have that happening over here. And today we find out that Poland is sending in MiG fighters. And now Slovakia has told the Ukrainians, we're going to give you our fighters. Aircraft are now going to enter the conflict in Ukraine. That's an escalation. You think the Russians are going to be happy with that? They're not going to be happy. The thing that I wonder about, and the thing you want to keep an eye on, is if the pilots and the Air Force, these fighters, are based in the Ukraine. They're fair game for Russian bombing into airports. But if the fighters are going to fly in and out of Poland, into Ukraine territory to knock off positions. Then what happens if the Russians start firing missiles at air force bases in Poland and elsewhere? That is an attack on NATO. Now you have officially crossed the line in the sand that it's time for NATO to put up or shut up to defend its NATO members, one of which is Poland. This is the escalation everyone fears, because that automatically involves the potential of 12 countries against Russia, and China might say, you touch Russia, you touch us, and if you touch us, we defend ourselves to the end. Now we have World War III. And so Russians and the Chinese and all their pals against the West and all their pals. That could happen in the next month or two, not the next 5 years or 10 years. I'm talking this summer. Coming to a theater near you, World War III is just around the corner as a worst case scenario. Just wanted to kind of put that out there, on top of little banking issues that are now going to be moot compared to this. But I exaggerate at this point, but I'm just giving you the bigger picture because I'm old and I'm not sponsored by anybody. Crazy stuff going on out there, and it's got to make you wonder just how far this is going to go before this blows out. I don't know. We're down 248 on the Dow. We're down 27 on S&P. We're on the NASDAQ down 30 points. NASDAQ's only down 1/4 of a percentage point. The Dow's off 3/4 of a point. S&P down about 2/3 of a point. Oil down 85 cents again, now down to 67.47. Despite all the bravado and all the talk from the shills in the oil camp, they're trying to scare the bejesus out of every individual in the world that there's a massive shortage of oil. There isn't, and the oil is available anywhere you want it by the tanker load, and it is just all over the place. OPEC members are cheating on their production numbers. Always have, always will. These guys, many of them are dictatorships, and they need to pay bribes to all their judges, jailers, and Army and Navy and Air Force and Marine people to keep the game going. And oil revenue is how you do it. You steal the people's oil, receive the money for it, don't give it to the population. You give it to your top 5%ers in your Army and your military. They live the life of a middle class or higher lifestyle, and the rest of your population is third world. And because they're third world, they can't afford to buy bullets to take you out. So there you go. That's how you run it. It's pretty simple. You put the laws in place that you go to jail even if you think freedom. By the way, in Hong Kong, 2 people were arrested yesterday for owning a book. They owned a children's book, a pop-up book that had to do with something like how sheep are building defenses against wolves that are going to attack their little town or something like that. The Chinese authorities have perceived this book as an assault of China attacking Hong Kong sheep, China being wolves. The publishers of the book are already in jail. 19-month prison sentences were handed down earlier. Now, people who have the book, if you have this book in your house, you are going to be charged with sedition, which can carry up to 5 or 10 years of prison sentences in China. That is now happening. Do not be surprised if in the middle of the night you're living in Hong Kong and someone goes, there's a knock on your door, and it is the book police coming to your house to see what books you have in your home that they perceive to be anti-Chinese. You're going to jail. Kind of fun, kind of crazy, kind of scary. Why would you want to go to Hong Kong for any reason whatsoever? You got to be kidding me. Unbelievable. This is what you're fighting against if you're fighting against the Chinese. There you go. Be a puppet or not. Anyway, there's the latest on that front. We have a lot to follow, kids. You as option writers are just going to make money. I'm sorry. You're just going to make money. You're going to write calls on stock that you're going to hold anyway. And you're going to enjoy premium depreciation, which is what you're looking for. And it is going to be a steady, consistent, sometimes accelerated, sometimes very normal. You're just going to make money. Over at GameStop right now, we're down 27 cents to 16.50. We had a rally yesterday of 81 cents, which was nice. But you got to wonder about this GameStop rally that just sort of stopped. The thinking was that GameStop would have a pre-earnings rally that would last a while, because the numbers for GameStop come out on the 21st. That's when they're going to release their financials. And the thinking was that GameStop would just go higher, until the earnings came out. Then we find out there, I'm looking at headline, a report came out yesterday from Wedbush. They're maintaining a sell rating on GameStop, and they have a price target of $5.30 on GameStop shares. Just to give you an idea what they're thinking about. There you go. What do you think about that? $5.30 is what Wedbush is saying. Now, let's be real and let's be consistent about this. This has been Wedbush's position ever since ever. They've always had a sell rating on the stock. They have never had a buy rating on the stock, a hold rating on the stock. They've never liked it. They've never ever given the GameStop any kind of anything. I mean, they're just completely negative on the company. The fact that I think what they're doing is they're just saying that the value of the stock is equal to how much cash they have on hand. Maybe that's the way they're playing it. I don't know. I can't say. Anyway, there you have it. There's another wonderful service provided by Wedbush. It shows what they think about the company. 16.58 is the last trade on GameStop pre-market, down 18 cents. And we'll see how this thing opens up when we get this party started in a little while. Thank you all for popping in here. 84 thumbs ups. Great to see you. You think you're going to do well on the option markets today. Like I say, we have pressure out there and all kinds of other issues sort of at the same time. Sofi, by the way, 539, down 7 cents in the pre-market. This is holding in quite nicely. They bottomed out in the low fives early this week. Here we are at 539, coming through another week. Pardon me. We've got ATIP came out last night, I think, with their numbers. And their shares last night in the aftermarket popped up to like 37 cents or something like that. I can't quite remember. I think they were up to 37 cents last evening on a couple 100,000 shares of after hours trading. The stock right now is 32 in the pre-market, 17,000 so far issued or traded through. We have to be careful on pre-market trading, though. Don't read too much into it. Zax.com says ATI Physical Therapy reports fourth quarter loss, misses revenue estimates. That's their take on it. This is not surprising most of the time. These are the kind of reports we hear. I'm not sure what the next word is coming out of the company. I'm not sure how this will play out, but they've got to come up with a fix regarding their stock situation because their shares are trading at below $1 a share. And I'm waiting to hear what their board of directors are going to decide to do to rectify that. And as soon as I hear anything there, I'll let you know. If you hear anything, you can let me know. All right, moving on. Where else are we at here? First Republic Bank still at 26.71, down 7.50 a share, down 22%. This pre-market, 10.7 million have traded already this morning. And so there's continued pressure there. Dario asks me, have I ever heard of a company called Piedmont? They mine lithium. Nope, I don't know anything about them. I really don't. Let's see. Alabama Babe is saying there are winners and losers in this economy. Alabama just released names of companies closing stores and distribution centers in this state since the first of this year. They are CVS and Best Buy, J.C. Penney, Amazon, Bed Bath and Body Works, Big Lots. Wow, a whole bunch of them. I think unemployment rate is going to be higher in this state. Not good. Not good. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, GameStop used to surge 2 weeks in advance of earnings. And let's see what else we got going on here. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Let's see what else is going on here. Hector's kind of curious. Isn't it interesting with all of NATO's assistance to Ukraine, they're unable to create a better battlefield or battlefront result? Russia seems more industrious at armament. Uncle Bruce, other channels are able to have their members gift subscriptions. Are you able to enable it on your channel? Apparently, if your subscription cost to be a member of a channel is under $5, you are able to do gifting, or it's available. Any channel with over a $5 membership fee is ineligible. That's the last I've heard of it. That was a few months ago, and I would love that if they'd open it up to any amount, but not that I'm aware of at this point, unless they've changed the rule that I don't know about. There you have it. Something else I heard last night or yesterday afternoon. I don't know if any of you are aware of this. There is a lawsuit that's been filed against 8 YouTubers. This is another one. I know I talked about one a month or two ago. There was some kind of a SEC thing going on with pump and dump schemes and stuff. Now I hear there's some kind of a lawsuit, and I'm not sure who the lead plaintiff is on this, regarding any like 8 particular YouTubers that were now being accused of promoting crypto stuff. Now, again, I can't be specific because I don't follow crypto. I don't want to follow crypto. I can't put my concept. I can't get a concept around it. But apparently, I'm aware of that. Ever since I've been on the air, I have been approached with gazillions of emails, many of which are bogus, but some of which are legit. Where I have been approached by crypto trading firms, crypto consulting companies, companies trying to issue credit cards that give you crypto if you use their credit cards, or you can pay with crypto debit card. I've been approached by a gazillion outfits to be sponsored to try to sell you guys on crypto services from A to Z. I mean, a million versions. Some U.S. based, many not U.S. based, and apparently there is a lawsuit now against 8 or so number of YouTubers that were taking payment from crypto outfits and were being sponsored to hustle crypto services. And one of them, I understand, is Meet Kevin. That's what I heard. So that's at least that's one, maybe 2 lawsuits I think he's been caught up in. I don't know. As you are aware, I don't trade stock. I don't write options myself. I don't have that conflict of interest where I'm trading against what you're doing or anything like that. My entire shtick here is to advise. I'm a commentator, and you can take it or leave it for yourself. You do your own trading. I don't sponsor a brokerage firm. I'm not sponsored by a brokerage firm. I don't get any kickbacks if you trade or have a credit card with this company or do anything with that outfit or anything else. I'm just an independent guy that's homeless, that has lost most of his hair and has got a face for radio. And I keep seeing these stories. I keep coming up with these unbelievable events going on out there. And is it any wonder that so many people have disappeared off of the platform? It's really something. Anyway, there it is. And there you go. What else is going on? Let's see. Meet Kevin. What a surprise. Yeah. I don't know. Hector, Maria Yoko is not the same without Uncle Bruce warbling with her. There you go. Doing what we can with what we've got. Yeah, I saw that it's a class action lawsuit. I saw that the plaintiff had a previous lawsuit against the CEO and FTX. Right. This is that FTX fallout. Isn't that the guy with the big afro hair? The guy's been arrested. Blinkman, or what's his name? I don't know. The guy's under arrest, or he's under restrictions. He's on bail for, I don't know, $100 million in bail or something like that. Anyway, Anyway, I don't know what's going on. Savage is saying Ben Armstrong is listed as a defendant, but he never promoted, was never sponsored by an exchange in question. Yeah, again, I don't even know who that is. I don't know who Ben is. Sorry, I'm too busy, in my own little world. I have no idea. But yeah, I saw that article and went, whoa, gee, look at this. Now the crypto thing. I think if the crypto thing keeps imploding on itself, there will be more of these, because I can imagine there'll be a lot of people out there who will go to a lawyer and say, hey, I invested $50,000 on the advice of promoter so-and-so, or because of the show I was watching on YouTube by this guy or these people, and I lost all my money. I think they should compensate me. And so now there might be a number of lawyers out there who are actively soliciting, trying to get their hands on 10, 20, 50, 100 people to gather up and form a class action lawsuit group to go after individuals, what have you. I'm guessing it's piling on, I suppose. Scary stuff out there. I don't know. Anyway, that's what's going on. What else is going on? I don't know. People are wondering what's going to happen with ATIP. So do I. Waiting to hear. I'm waiting for updates. Hopefully, we'll hear something from the company itself. They have to address the what's the word I'm looking for? The New York Stock Exchange listing requirements. I think they could seek an extension if they needed one, to perhaps call a shareholder vote for a share rollback, if that's what's going to be done. I don't know if they're going to do it. I'm going to assume they would do that, unless something else is cooking. I don't know. When I know, I'll pass it on. As soon as I know, I'll pass it on. They don't call me first. We'll see what's going on. All right. Welcome to the show this morning. Trillions of dollars of options are expiring today. Option writers are cashing in, and that is the bottom line that we are watching for right now. Going to be an interesting day and just a few weeks coming up. Again, those of you who have been writing options on stock several months out, I commend you. It's the way to go as far as I'm concerned. I think you want to definitely be sitting with time on your side, and a fat premium in your brokerage account. I want you to be paid up front, as you basically are whenever you do an option right. You get paid up front in cash. I want you to haul in huge amounts of money on premium and sit on it and decide over the next week or two or three or four how much of those gazillions of dollars you're sitting on you're going to give back, and keep a nice chunk for yourself, and then move into another set of contracts. We'll figure it out. GameStop is $16.73, down 3 cents. I've got Apple up 18 cents, Goldman down $4, Cisco's down 12 cents, Tesla is up 18 cents, Arc Innovation's down 2, Microsoft is down 179, Pfizer down 7 cents, Pfizer's up 7, HBQ down 17, Carvana down 30 cents, Google down 65, Amazon down 36, Nvidia's up 471, Unity Software up 53 cents to 29.27. That's what I see going on here at the moment. We got a lot to follow here for sure. Oh man, we got a busy one coming up. The Dow at the moment down 282, S&P down 28, NASDAQ down 30 points. Crude oil down 77 cents to 67.55. And crude could head for 50-55 a barrel in the next month or so. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. First Republic 27.18, down 7.09 at the moment. Welcome one, welcome all that you're here. All right. What else is going on? I can't answer any more questions on ATIP, people. I don't have answers. I don't have answers for you at the moment. All we got last night were the results of the latest quarter, and I don't have a forecast from the company that I can pass on to you. You can certainly look up the info on ATIP by going to a quote on the company and clicking on the press release they made last night when they released the results. I know they are doing 21,000 sessions a day of patients. Those numbers went up. I know that they're still trying to hire people because they have a backlog of business. They could probably do another 1,000 a day more if they had the personnel. They have more clinics now than last quarter. So they're still growing. I know all that, but I don't have the inside knowledge of what the board of directors are talking about right now, and what are we going to do with the stock. I don't have that info because they're not going to call me and talk to me about that. If you were going to write a GameStop call today, what would it be? Well, don't know. I'm not sure what my call would be today. I would wait for the opening, of course, and see what drifting we're going to get, because if the shares are going to move higher into the 17.25 neighborhood, then I would want to be looking at writing $20 calls if possible. If the shares are going to stay around this 16.50 level, then I might look at writing 19s 3-4 months out, 5 months out. If the shares are going to falter today or going forward, then I might be looking at 18s. I'm going to let the stock tell me what to do. I'm not going to guess it. I'm going to let the stock tell me what it's going to do, and then I would follow it. That's how I would play this option market on GameStop or on Tesla or on Apple or HBQ or whatever you write on. Let the market tell you what it wants to do. Don't fight it and don't outguess it. Because guessing the market means you're now down to a 50-50 scenario, and you're probably going to be wrong. It's just the way this market sometimes is. If you write a GameStop call right now, say you write a $19 or a $20 call, but it's say August or September or October expiry, and you can bring in $2.50, $3, $3.50, $4, depending on which contract you write. You've got that cash in your account. And if it's $18 for a call plus $3 premium, I say, great. You're offering your stock for $21, and I say that's not a bad thing to do. If you can offer your stock for $21, I'd consider it. I'm looking at the October 18s, for example. They closed last night at 325. They're 305, 345. The October 19s closed at 315. They're offered at 3.25. Maybe you can get 324. The 20s for October were offered at 289. That's a stink offer right there. That's a great price to grab for $20 call. I like it. You want to write something closer in, of course, you're welcome to do so. Looking at August calls right now, you can write August 1750s for as high as maybe 325 on the offer. $18.75 calls for August are offered at 275. Maybe you get 270 for those. You'd have to take around 250 on 20s. There's nothing wrong for taking 250 on $20 contracts for August expiry. There's nothing wrong with that at all. What I like about both of these scenarios is you get the money now, and you take $250 for a $20 call. That's $22.50 that you'd be exercised at if you were taken out. So if they want to take you out, you say, come and get me. $22.50, you can have my stock. No problem. Because I think, and maybe even you think, you'll have no trouble buying GameStop back at under $22.50 a share. If the shares are $20 calls and the stock's trading at 21 and you get taken out, you've just been paid $22.50. You'll buy them at 21, and now you'll write 23s or 24s. You're an easygoing winner. You'll win again. If you have August calls or all the way out to October calls written on GameStop, you've given yourself so much time with which to decide what to do. uh, that can give you that lower blood pressure that you would like. You don't have to worry about being backed against the wall this Friday or next Friday, and you must make a decision. You don't have that scenario. And if these shares want to just drift around here at 16.50, $17 or 17.50, your 20s are just going to shrink, 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 shrink. And heck, if the shares go from 16.50 to 15.50 in an afternoon next week sometime, you may find that your 275 $3 calls are sitting at 175, 185, $192. And you may find that you'll buy them back. You'll take $1.20 off the table for a $3 right. You'll see that's 40% in a week. I think I'll take that. I'll grab that money right now. And if an hour later the shares recover back to 16, 16 and a quarter, you might rewrite all over again. But you might now write 18s instead of 20s or 19s instead of 20s. You'll decide, depending on what the stock's telling you it wants to do. If it wants to drift lower, you'll back off. If the shares want to drift higher, and we all love it when they do go higher, they want to go to 19, 20, 21, and you've written 18s, 19s, or 20s, fear not, my friend. Dare them to exercise you is your first comment. Number two comment, I wrote August 18th. The stock is now 18.5 to $19. Well, let's take a look at what October 19s or 20s are going for. Maybe I can roll up here. I can buy back my 18s and write October 19s, and I'll move up $1. I'll probably even bring in more money than those August contracts. And thank you very much. I'll take that position. Let's go. Even if I break even on this deal, I move up $1 and strike, or I can move up $2 and strike to 20. I might just do that. For some of you, you've been wise enough to understand that even if you want to move up from 18 contracts to $20 contracts, but you have to come up with 50 cents in cash to make up the difference. You do come up with the 50 cents in cash because you know I just paid $50 a contract to roll up to 20s, and I just rolled up $200 for $50. That's 4 times my money. I dare you to exercise me at 20. Take me out. I dare you. It's another 150 in my pocket. It's fine. It's quite fine. The shares want to top out at 1975 and then back off to 1710 or 1720 again in the next 2 or 3 weeks. These calls, these $20 calls, are going to plummet in value. Way more than the 50 cents I just put into them, and I'm a winner all over again. This is the long-term game plan you have to have being an option writer. You're always going to be writing, okay? Drew is saying, I bought back 12 May 17 and a halves for 206, and I bought 8 August 1875s for 251. Then I wrote 20 September 17s for 327, bought 2 more Jan 25, $10 deep in the money calls for 796, and I wrote 2 more September 17s for 327 each. How did I do? That is phenomenal. That $8 purchase of those calls to bring in 40% against them like that, it's incredible. It's fantastic. Well done. Really, Mirko gets it. That is really cool. There you are. Drew, thanks, Mirko. There it is. Bobby thinks that there's going to be a push up on Wednesday or next week. Think what you want, Bobby, but it has to. I don't bank on anything right now. I would not wait until next Wednesday. I'd be writing immediately. These calls right here that Drew just wrote, that cash is in his account. That is substantial. That is absolutely beautiful. Do not fear any upside. Do not fear downside. Do not fear volatility. It's what you want with GameStop. You want the volatility. Let the cash come in from the gamblers. Have it in your account. Just sit on it if you want. Dry powder, sit on it. Or invest into it. Invest it right away into whatever you want to get into. More deep in the money calls for GameStop or something else. Your choice. Get money working for you and stop waiting for the stock to do what you want it to do. Just stop that, because now you're a shareholder. You're like everyone else who's dreaming of phenomenal moves. If there's a move, fantastic. Drew doesn't care. If the stock goes to 1950 next week, Drew will do a rollover. He's fine. He'll roll 20 over, and he'll make even more money. He'll haul in even more cash. You're just going to be sitting there finally writing something. Just get in. Get with it. Let's go. No waiting. Not necessary. Anyway, there you are, everybody. Thank you. Dude, I'm about 6 minutes behind my feet, so forgive me if I'm late. Financial mischief. I sold 5 GameStop September 23 18s yesterday for 310. Come and get me. Come and take me out. Take me out. Exactly. That's the attitude you have to have. You have to absolutely just put it in their face and say, here, you want my stock? Come and get it. Hand me the money because I can buy it back and write again. That's okay. I don't care. I'm here. Take me out. I dare you. I double dare you. I triple dare you to take me out. Welcome to the party, pal. You're a true option writer. You really are now. You're really an option writer if you're unafraid to be taken out. Grab the cash. Don't be afraid to sit on a ton of money. Do not be afraid of money. Want it. Accept it. Let it in. And once you have it, you make the rules because it's the golden rule. He who has the gold makes the rules. How about that? All right, where are we at? We're down 225 on the Dow, 20 on S&P, 11 on NASDAQ. We got 6 minutes to go. Oil is down $1 to 67.33. That is what's going on. Tons and tons of stuff happening behind the scenes. Europe, here, everywhere else. But option writers are being incredibly well rewarded if they're writing options. It's just there for the taking. You've got to allow it to come to you. Do not be afraid to grab the capital. You make your money when you write contracts. The minute you've sold your calls, you've done the hard part, you've written them, you now know what your upside's going to be from here on out. You now know how much you're going to make at the most, and now it's a question of getting it. Thank you for these alerts. Richard Carlin, I've been a member for 24 months, gold bagel level member. Thank you, Richard. Aurora, member for 21 months. I'm a gold bagel level member. Nick DeMoria, a member for 21 months at the gold bagel level right now. Thank you guys for these alerts that you're putting up. This is so cool to see how long you've been following this channel as a member of the channel. I really appreciate the effort on your end. You guys are fantastic, keeping us on the air month after month. While many other channels falter and disappear and die. It's truly grateful. I'm very grateful for it. And I'm so excited for how well you guys are doing on some of these call rights. You're just doing so well. Let's see. Nick DeMoria, Sofi, now giving me 4% APR on my savings account. You think they're doing well this quarter? You think they're going to beat earnings again next month? I do. I do. I think they're making way more money. Dude, if I get assigned, it's 45 grand. I'm with Financial Mischief. Come and get me, man. Come and get me. JR, get ready, Larry. We're going to open up in 4 minutes. Yes, we are. And Friday is upon us. It's the third Friday of the month. It's the triple witching hour. And there'll be a lot of volatility today, so get ready for that. Aurora, thank you, Uncle Bruce and Bagel Familia. Thank you, all of you who are followers of this channel and members of this channel. I couldn't do it without you. Without memberships, we would not exist. It is just that simple. We have 106 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. Keep those thumbs ups coming in. We're looking for 200 today if we can reach that before we're done. Appreciate it. George Sebastian, I'm a big fan of money. I like it. I use it. I have a little, I keep it in a jar on top of my refrigerator. I like to put more in a jar. That's where you come in. Excellent, excellent. I'm glad to be part of the winning that you guys are doing. Well done, everybody. 110 thumbs ups. There we go. We need 90 more. They're coming on. We have 3 minutes to go. All I can say to that is neat. It's time for the market to give you the returns you ultimately deserve, the returns that you have earned. And I'll tell you, kids, the option players out there are funding you guys beautifully. Nazareth, I'm number 112, Bruce. You're up to 115 now. Thank you, guys. Maria says, I have jars too. JR is here with the knee emoji attack. Here we go. You can't stop this. Drew George, I'll trade you 3 music lessons for 1 business card. Laughing out loud. John Anderson, Larry Titus, Nick DeMoria. Here come the knee emojis. Neat. We're about to start trading here in a few minutes. Maria Powell, knee emojis and curling rocks. Get out of the way. Here we go. Hard. Mama Babe, neat, neat, neat. Aurora, neat, neat, neat. Who cares? Neat, neat, neat. Drew, neat, neat, neat. Constantine, neat, 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 neat. J-Boy, I'm here lurking as always. Jeff, neat, neat. The Big E is here. Neat, neat, neat. George Sebastian, Octavio, neat, 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 neat. Oh, the knees are happening. They're flying all over the world. White Feather is here. Neat, neat. I love this, love this, love this. Thank you all. Deep Value Options. Hector is here with the emojis. Get out of the way if you're not here writing options. You're crazy. You got to be writing options. They're handing you the money for nothing. Mandu number 5, H. Gregory. Nee, I'm taking it. Let's run with the Knights of Knee into the ground. Karen D. Nee. I think Bruce is more entertaining since he quit his afternoon job. Oh man, Constantine number 120 on the thumbs up meter, mister. I got 21, 21, 69, 79 to go. Thank you, everybody. Home skillet. Neat. Here come the emojis. We're pushing for 200 thumbs ups, and we're at 122 now. Thank you, everybody. Maria Powell, I've got to watch this movie. Neat. Touch grass. Knights of Knee. The Knights of Knee. Don't mess with the Knights of Knee. Don't do it. Yes, you must watch that movie. The Monty Python movie, so you understand it. My. Deep Value Options, Monty Python should be watched by all. There you go. Wing Commander. Uncle Bruce, after your one-on-one on Monday, I started rolling my April 20s. I used the cash to buy another 10 deep in the money calls to bring the total of 50. The more you roll, the more it starts to scale. There you go. Wing Commander and I were on we had a one-on-one during market hours, and here's exactly the results we're looking for. The leveraging just keeps happening for him, and it's getting more and more lucrative all the time. Larry, thank you for hitting the bells. Fantastic. Bobby, thanks for the words. I'm going to wait till noon today, and I'm going to write something. There you go. We're up and we're running. Thank you, Larry, for hitting those bells for us. Love it. Let's get going. And Wing Commander, you keep up the good work, buddy. I love this. Let's take the dough and run. That's right, baby. They're handing it. You got to take it. Let's see how the markets will react here today as we get this party started for Friday, March 17th. Welcome one, welcome all. Wing Commander, also got my first batch of you, and I wrote on August 30. I wrote one for 564. Nice job. Taking the money. Anyway, George Sebastian, unpopular opinion. I can't stand Monty Python. Hector, I am suntanning at 8:30 a.m. Life seems good here. Way to go, Hector. Way to go. Good job. We're down 150 and accelerating. We'll see if this opening gets updated here. We'll follow that. GameStop 1662. Looks like we're down 14 cents. The U.S. industrial output is flat February after revised 3%, 0.3% rise the prior month. Okay. Stats coming through. Let's see. WeWork is canceling or turns into equity $1.5 billion of its debt. Interesting stuff. We're down 6.5 on S&P, down 5.5 on NASDAQ. Oil down 66 cents. Early opinions here. Let's see. George is saying, except for Drew, my Adam Sandler reference went right over everybody's head. I missed it. I must have missed it. Hawkeye, we need to be all dressed as Knights of Knee at a meetup. That's what we've got to do. We have to come in with coconuts. Bring in coconuts and jump on in there. Oh, my. I bought 1,000 more ATIP this morning, says Nick. I'm just buying this stuff up. I'm going to take this company over. I'm going to grab it all. 31.9 cents a share, up 0.9 cents here. I'm going to buy this company and run it. Well, let's see what happens. I'm not sure what the volume is for sure here. Waiting for an opening and see what's going on. Time will tell. BW, neat Rocket Lab second USA launch from Wallops Island, Virginia, without issue last night. Awesome to see another one from New Zealand launch centers over the weekend. I believe workhorse of the space race. Rocket Lab, those shares should be so much higher. 393 at the moment, down 3 cents. Sexter is up a penny. Matterhorn down half a penny. ME down 3.5. Quiet start to this morning here. We're down 192 on the Dow. And let's see what's going on here. Mirko, George, you live in Hawaii, so you are forgiven. Hector, Wing Commander, you are now an investing machine. Splair, good morning to all of you sweet bagels. Wing Commander and Uncle Bruce, any suggestions for April 21 250s on Microsoft? My take on them is to fold the arms for now, as there's around a $3-4 time premium still left. You've written Microsoft. Let's see here. We've got Microsoft sitting at 278 right now, and he's written 250s for April 21. You do have time. And let's see, where are we at right now? Here we are here. 270. I mean, these shares, they can drop $5-10 in a day, like nothing. That's 1-2%, 3%. The rollover is the game. That will be the game you'll play. I mean, you'll do a rollover if you can move from April to May or June, and move up to 255.60 for no cost. Then consider it. But if not, sit tight and let the time premium continue to shrink. The shares, they want to back off to 270. Your contracts will be trading at 15, 50, $16 maybe, and it'll be a lot easier to make a rollover there. But keep an eye always, and we'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be fine. Dare them to take you out. Flint Creek, neat. George, Mirko, meet Southern Indiana. Splair, let's rock the third Friday. BW, did he just say the Matterhorn? And it was down. Maybe you're getting too much sleep, Bruce. Matterhorn, Matterport, whatever. Mirko, I mixed something up there. There you go. I certainly was saying Matterport when I was in Switzerland. I would look at the mountain and go, oh, there's the Matterport. There's the Matterport mountain right in front of me. And, my daughter didn't catch the reference, didn't know what I meant. Most people in Switzerland looked at me and went, oh, it didn't matter. Just a Canadian, just another Canadian around here. 212-point drop on the Dow now, as everything is opening up here. We've got First Republic Bank trading at 27.16, I think. Hang on. 27.16. This is the low of the day for First Republic right now. 700. We might. I'm not even sure if we're open. Are we actually trading? Yeah, we are. We are trading. Pardon me. Okay. Lots to watch, lots to follow. All right, 14-point drop on S&P, 23 on NASDAQ, 33 on oil. All right. All righty. What else is going on? Thank you all for popping through here. GameStop down 36 cents. First Republic down 7.11. Sofi unchanged 5.45. Tesla down 67 cents. Apple down 67. Unity down 4 cents 28.70. HBQ up 2. ATIP at 32 cents, up a penny on 260,000. There's some volume here this morning. This is unusual. Google 101 up 35 cents. Moderna up 73 cents. Cisco up 4. Pfizer up a dime. IBM down 87 cents. Microsoft up $3. ME down 6.5. Matterport, not Matterhorn, down 3. Cyxtera down 1. Rocket Lab down 4. SmartRent down 4. Spire down 0.7 of a penny. Not a lot going on yet. Still quiet, with a 204 drop on the Dow at the moment, as we wait for everything to settle in and start trading out. I don't know if First Republic is trading. It's the same price. It doesn't seem to be moving in price. So I'm not sure if we're actually trading here. It seems to be indicating 27.16, but I'm not sure. Is it halted on a dip? It might well be. Nick is saying, yeah, we're up 2 pennies on the ATIP, Bruce. We're higher, 32 cents. Well, I show 32 up 1, but you're showing 2. That's great, I swear. And I bet as soon as Matterport is back to where it should be, it will look like a Matterhorn in our portfolio. There you go, my friend. There you go. Let's see. It's halted, says Tiff. It is halted, Bruce. Manager 131 on the thumbs up meter, Bruce. You're 69 away from 200 thumbs up. So we are halted on The bank on the First Republic, 27.16 down 7.11, halted. The Dow off 184 right now. Okay. GameStop 16.35 down 41. Sofi unchanged at 544. I believe the 1.8 million traded, 542 low, 548 high, 544 last on Sofi. And Apple's down 47 cents. Tesla's down 14 at 183.99. Okay. Nick, FRC halted going up or going down? It was going down and it got halted, as far as I know, Nick. That's what I've seen here so far. Early results. Okay, well, we'll see what gives. Always a fun time, kids. Always a fun time. All right. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for the support of this channel. Thank you for the thumbs ups. 133 now. 67 left to get, and we will have 200 again today. It is appreciated, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. Lots going on as usual, and it's good to see you all here. Hope you're going to have a great weekend coming up. Let's see here. We've got, there we go right there. And thank you all. Okay. And there we go. Hoo-wee. Punch that in there. Get updates. Zap. Rocket Lab down 3. Sofi down 3. GameStop down 43 cents, 16.33. The AMC Ape shares are off 23 cents again as a combo. Matterport down 4 cents. 23andMe down 6.5. Spire down 1.7 cents. ATIP is at 31.97 at the moment, 32 cents. Smart Rent down 3.5. Sextera no change. Apple up 9. Goldman up down 8.08. Goldman 3.07 a share. Cisco up 29, Tesla's up 18, Arc Innovations down 18, Microsoft up 456 to 280, Bed Bath Beyond 1.7 cents higher at 107.2, Pfizer up 18 cents, HBQ up 6, Alphabet up 124, Amazon down 9 cents, Nvidia at 780 higher, and Unity up a dime right now. That's what we got over there. Let's get over there and follow a whole lot of stuff. Okay, and the U.S. 10-year note is 3.4%. It was pushing 4% a few days ago, while the 2-year went to 5.1%, and rates have plummeted in the U.S. because the bankers and bond players and currency traders, but the interest rate sensitive groups are betting that Powell will not raise rates at the next meeting. He's going to keep them flat. And the treasuries are way ahead of the Fed on this, telling the Fed don't raise rates next meeting. That's what's being told to the Fed. We'll see how that works, how that goes over. The euro is at 106.2, pound at 121.4. They were higher than that this morning. They backed off a little bit so far. European markets are negative. The London down 0.7. The German market down 1%. France down 1.1. We're down 1.1, 1.3 elsewhere. So we're negative in Europe. We're negative in America, but not by a lot. NASDAQ is almost unchanged. Now it's down 6 points. S&P down 10. The Dow off 194. It's the Dow that's leading the market lower. The rest of the market doesn't seem to want to come along for the party at this point. Let's take a look here. VIX is up 0.65 to 2364, with the NASDAQ now down 8, S&P down 11, the Dow down 204. All right. Yeah. Okay. What else is going on over here? All righty. Maybe they can get another 30 billion deposit today, says Nick, over at First Republic. 27.42. I think we're back up. If it goes to 20, buy more, says Credit Savage. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. White Feather, time for my morning walk. Have a great St. Patrick Day, everybody. Mr. Premium, Stinker just hit on a big bank, sold for $4.30 and just bought back for 26 cents. Let's go. Nicely done. Congratulations. Way to play it. 16.39 on GameStop, down 37 cents. First Republic now 27.44. Looks like it's popping a little higher from 26.25 to 27.30. It's up $1.05 from its low now at the moment. We'll see if this lasts. Sofi 5.40 down nickel. Tesla 182.87 down 126. Apple down 59. Unity down 28. Definitely have red coming through here. 216 lower on the Dow Jones now. Okay. We're down 25 on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ is definitely in the red, fifth of a percentage point. S&P down 0.35. The Dow 0.63 lower. Okay. Tons of stuff going on. Coyote, bank margins its securities to the max, gets a few Billy bailout, and single mother has an overdraft of $25 to feed her kid. Punish her right now. Yeah, that's it. That's the difference. There's those who have it, and there's those who don't. And some are politically important, some are not. That's the difference. There it is. We're down 42 on GameStop, 16.34 last trade. Volume this morning, 371,000 shares on GameStop. SoFi 542 down 3 cents. A volume of 2.2 million. Very light, very quiet so far. All right. HPQ is holding a 10 cent gain. ATIP is at 32 cents, up a penny on a volume of 327,000. Unusual to see this much volume coming through this early, but it's trading. Someone's picking it up. Someone's dumping it, but someone's picking it up. I wonder, is the seller a shorter trying to crush it, and is the buyer trying to crush the shorter? Is there a game going on? I don't know. Anyway. Google down is up 83, Moderna up 175, Cisco up 34, Pfizer up 16, IBM down 71, Microsoft is at 278 up 235, ME down 8.5, Matterport is down down 9 cents, 6.5 a penny lower, Rocket Lab down 7 cents, SmartRent down 7.5, Spire is down 2.3. Amazon down 55 cents. Home Depot is up 4.23. Netflix down 3.62 to 3.06. Vanik up 47 cents. Adobe is up 170 to 3.55. Had a good day yesterday. Goldman down 8.40. Boeing down 2.48. Meta down 4.86. Royal Caribbean at 63.84, down $1. Target down 16 cents. JP Morgan is off 3.84. Costco's up 32 cents. Walmart unchanged. Disney down 92 cents. Nvidia up 5.70. American Airlines down 18 cents, 13.94. Can't seem to get through 14 at the moment. 239 drop on the Dow. Another negative sell wave coming in. Let's see. We're down 16 on the S&P, down 24 on NASDAQ now. Oil down 85 cents to 67.50. And First Republic, 27.27 down $7. The low of 26.25. We're now 27.46 at the moment on First Republic. Okay. Let's see. Bobby Atkinson. I didn't wait. I wrote September 20s for $2.49 each. Boom. Took the money. JR, lock her up. Lock her up. Wait. That was for Hillary. Yeah, the little person loses out, as seems to be what always happens. Deep value, the seller seems to be responding. JR, we got to get some more methadone over to Birdie. Must be moping and making more videos. Laughing out loud. Christina, interesting that GameStop is off 50 cents, but the options don't reflect that. They aren't moving, says Christina. They're not moving yet. Maybe the bids might be lower. The last trades might not be reflecting. It's just watch the bids. That's your secret right there. How's the option doing? What's someone prepared to pay for? What are they prepared to pay for? Now you know how they're really doing. That's probably how you have to play this. Coyote, JR, the American way. There you go. Coyote saying to Christina, they're being stubborn. They're just being stubborn. I'll fight you with one arm. Not afraid of you. Come back here. GameStop 615 down 61 cents. 28 bucks on First Republic down 618 is coming up. Sofi still 542, 540, 542 down 4. Tesla 182.88 down 125. Apple down 37. Unity down 7 cents. And JR, sad but true, says Coyote. Sad but true. 1614 down 62 on GameStop right now. All right. GameStop contracts. Let's take a look here just for fun. July 20s, 182 bid. Last trade registered 205. But if they trade on the bid, they will be down 8 cents at the moment. The 19s are also 182 bid. Last trade at 239, they will definitely be off. The 18s are 210 bid. Last trade at 225. If they go to 210, they'll be down 35 cents. 17s are 245 bid. Last trade registered 292. They're going to be down about 20-something cents a contract. The 16s that are now only worth 16 cents, 315 bid, last 330. They will be still showing a gain over their last trade, but that could be days ago. Might not be accurate here. 380 bid on 14s. They'll be off definitely from the last trade. Let's take a look at some of these August contracts. August GameStops, August 20s, last trade 207, 201 bid. They're down 13 now. They'd be down 19 if they trade on the next price at the bid. The 1875s out of the money, they're 210 bid, 35 cents below last trade. That'll put them in negative territory. 1750s are 250 bid, last trade 288. They'll be off 20 cents on the day if they trade there. 1625s have a 295 bid. They're just out of the money, barely. Last trade 3 1/4. They will drop 30 cents on the next tick, so that would be a 22-cent drop on the session with the shares off 58 cents. $15 contracts that are 118 in the money are 375 bid. Last trade 4. They will be up a dime officially, whereas 1375s are 405 bid. Last trade 450. They traded 405. They'll be down 80 cents on the day. The 1250s are off 185 from the last time they traded, and they're even lower on the bid. 475 bid for 1250s. They'll be off 260 from their last trade. Obviously, they haven't traded in days. That is why these numbers are so wild looking. That's my guess on what's really happening there. $20 calls for October, 1,250 in existence. 240 bid, last trade 267. That puts them negative on this session. The 19s, 282 bid, last trade 315. That will bring them into negative territory, I think. Or close to it from the last time they registered a trade. 18s are 315 bid, last to 325. The 17s are 320 bid, last trade at 340. The 16s are 355 bid, last trade 355. They're off a nickel at the moment. They're giving up very little because they are October calls, which gives you an opportunity to write them and take the money. There you go. Anyway, 1636 on the GameStop now. Down 40 cents on the session with the low today of 1614 for GameStop. 1614 is a low, 1634 last trade. This is all in the last 10 minutes. The shares have popped about 20 cents, and that's obviously affecting contracts, although my contracts are 10 minutes late on bid-ask. The Dow's off 208. Biggest losers, Dow, Goldman and JP Morgan, they say. Let's take a look at the Dow right now. We have the biggest losers are JP Morgan, Travelers, Goldman Sachs, American Express, Caterpillar, Walgreens, Boeing, Dow, Honeywell, 3M, Amgen, they're all about 1% or worse. The winners, not many, there are only a few. Microsoft, Home Depot, Cisco, Chevron, Johnson & Johnson are higher. They're either up 1.18 of a percentage point for Johnson & Johnson, up to 1.9% on Microsoft. Those are the winners today at the moment, with the Dow showing a 237 point loss, 237 point loss right now. And we are not far from the low of the day, approximately 40 points off the low. Okay. GameStop 16.21 down 55. Now 16.19 down 57. We're plunging again. Another dip. 16.16. We're 4 cents away from the low of the day on GameStop now for another low session trade, which probably will affect your options. My quotes are behind, obviously. Caterpillar stock price cut to 210 from 225 at UBS. Vertex Energy stock price raised to 925 from 750. UBS again. Let's see. Okay. 248 drop on the Dow, 17-point drop on S&P, 13 on NASDAQ, oil down 93 cents. 67.42. First Republic Bank, 28.82, down 5.30. It is approaching its high today of $29. Sofi, 5.42, down just 3 cents. Tesla down 109, Apple down 31 cents, Unity down 15, HBQ down 6. ATIP higher, 32.6 cents, up 1.6 now on 361,000 shares. The high today, 33.4. 15 minutes ago, we were at 33.4. So it's been an up day so far on this share, on these shares. The market cap of ATIP is 67 million. I think they have cash and equivalents of 35 million or something like that, plus a credit line for 100 million more or something like that. They're fine. They're going to be all right. Just see what's going on. I don't know what the plan is there. Google up 173, Moderna up 46, Cisco up 22, Pfizer up 8. Okay, 238 drop on the Dow right now as we speak. Okay, back here to here. We have 146 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. It is appreciated. Beautiful stuff. And over here, let's see here. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Mirko, Uncle Bruce, I sold 10 GameStop July 17s, end of January for $5.99. They're trading right now 253 to 320. I think that is too much. Even with the profit, I still am going to fold my arms. What do you think right now? So the 17s are out of the money by 80 cents. And they die July. So, pardon me. They've got time, but they're out of the money. You got almost $6 for them. Beautiful job. Really great. Yeah, I mean, 253 bid, 320 offer. I mean, that's a truck. That's a wide Mac truck quote right there, isn't it? Big wide quote. Yeah, I would sit tight. Just sit tight. Agree. All righty. Let's see. Christina, I've sold 40 15s for July and August. And let's see. What else? BW saying someone that must not know what they're doing. A buyer just bought July 20 strikes at the high of the morning so far. 210 on 3 contracts. Nice market order. Ding dong. Take the money. Absolutely. That is incredible. Offer stink offers if you're trying to write. Always offer stink offers. Let's see. Yeah, financial mischief. Let's see if I'm going to put in an offer to sell October 23 19s for 305. Let's see if I get filled today. Why not? And I've now written an October 18 call and took 315 premium for it. 65 cents more than I had yesterday for the September 18th. I'll take that deal. George, Mirko, I've been shooting for 60%, but I like to be below $1. I write shorter term calls low around 250 each. Mirko, George, I did that too since a few months. I sell further out and bring in the big bucks, like the example above, sold for 17 calls for July and bought around 6. Splair, I can't count already. 315, 245, took 75 cents more than a month off time. Way to go, Splair. Financial, I've also so far this morning bought back one of my GameStop Jan 2410s for a $500 profit, and one of my Sofi Jan 24 ones for a $300 profit. Way to go. Way to go, Financial Mischief. Lock it in, money. We are off 250 on the Dow now, 17 on S&P. The NASDAQ has turned a corner, gaining 4 points because it's not bank heavy. It's not a heavy bank index. So that's why it's higher. Oil down 145, getting weaker, 66.90. We're under 67 on oil. We're dropping again on this oil price. Interesting stuff. Hello. Die. Hello, Jen. What's going on? Nothing much.
All clogged up still.
Me too. I'm phlegmy today. Phlegmy.
What's a gal to do?
We love the flowers, but we're phlegmy as hell. Man, oh man.
That's right.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Jen is here, and we're alive and well.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day. We were watching the Flames game last night. They went into Las Vegas. They'd never won in Vegas before. They've never won a regulation game in Vegas. They won 7-3. Unbelievable.
I don't know who that
The boys' backs,
was.
Calgary Flames Hockey Club, their backs are against the wall. They are 5 points out of the playoffs. Now they're 3 points out of the playoffs. 16 games left to go, or 13 games left to go. Got to keep winning, boys. Make it happen.
They do this all the time, that little spark of hope to keep us engaged.
They keep us wondering, are these guys going to do it or what? Are they going to make it or what? You got to keep winning.
You know what I was thinking
Uh-oh.
as I laid there doing my exercises, trying not to really think about what I'm doing? We should have got you a lovely green wig and a hat and glasses for St. Patty's Day.
I have green on my fingernail clippers.
Recommend.
And I've got green on my little breath mint thing. And Rugman is green. I got Rugman going today. He's green.
See?
I have little things. I have my Rugman mug on standby right here. So I got green right there.
So I don't get to pinch you.
There.
I'm not sure where that ever originated.
Girls wanted to touch boys' butts. That's where that originated.
Is that what that is? Oh. And you see here, I was starting at the
Or
point
was it
of boys
or was
wanted
it
to touch girls.
or was it boys wanted to touch boys' butts? Maybe that's
There
where
you
it
go.
began. Maybe that was where it was acceptable.
Boys and berries. There you go.
Boys and berries. Boys and berries. Oh no. Larry Titus, good morning. Auntie Jen Splair, good morning, Jen.
Larry.
George Sebastian Marco, I don't like the longer term contracts with prices down. I like $20 contracts. Sold when the stock's 22, 23. Then you get 5, 6 or better depending on length. Brian, happy St. Patty's Day. George Sebastian Merkel, but when the price is down, the depreciation is so slow for my liking. Law of diminishing returns. It is what it is, kids. We're making money no matter what. Let's see what happens. The breaking headline, U.S. leading economic index falls 0.3% in February, the 11th straight decline. That is what people are thinking. They're not optimistic.
Sorry, I was sneezing. I didn't hear the
The
start.
U.S. Consumer sentiment falls.
Consumer sentiment.
Sentiment is falling. U.S. consumer sentiment falls to 63.4 in March from 67.
So
And,
people are buying washers. And
People are figuring it's slower economy and it's going to be not going to be spending money as loosely as before. I'm going to tighten up. When the banking issues show up, people get nervous. What do you think? No kidding.
It sounds like a disco song. Tighten up.
Tighten up. John Anderson, good morning, Jen. Tighten up.
John.
Tighten up.
Tighten up.
Tighten up. Psst, 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 tighten up.
Hey.
Get the
Can't believe
Yoko
you're
album
not on
going.
stage.
Let's get the Yoko album out here. Hey, how much money would you send us if you saw Jen dancing in the background?
We've already determined the title, and now we're negotiating.
Yeah, so we're negotiating. Just curious. 67.12 on oil, down 123. Wow. Yikes. There you go,
What
everybody.
was First Republic at yesterday? I don't remember. 29.18. Is that up or down?
We're down 5.
Okay.
We were down to 20 yesterday morning, got up to 35 yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
This morning we were at $21 in the pre-market, but on the market itself, 26.25 to 29 is the range.
So it's still having.
And we're now 28.87. We're near its high of the morning, but we're still down $5 on the day. And
we drove past one yesterday, and there was not a run on the bank.
yeah, we saw First Republic branch on El Paseo
Like
Drive.
The same as always.
No lineups, no drama. Everything's fine.
No drama.
No drama.
Showing you're Canadian.
The 11 banks that put in $30 billion this morning, they were all lower. Their shareholders let it be known they were not impressed by them bailing out this outfit, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be fine. There you go. What else? Gowdy, the average person knows there would be no bailout for them, so they have to cut back and save. Mirko, Georgia, Sebastian, you have a point there. I'm going to go with Uncle Bruce. If the stock goes up, I roll for more cash and all is fine. But anyone to his liking, everyone to his liking, I guess. It's a free country, laugh out loud. George, AJ, Eddie Jen, is there a special brace you have to wear to still compete in curling?
Oh, yes. Now, speaking of curling, we know that the women's starts today.
Look what you started here. You see what you started here?
But we don't get to see every game like we did, of course, with the Canadian
Not
finals.
every
we'll
game.
See the Canadian team is playing tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. Saturday morning, curling's on TV
cheer for
or on her computer, whichever way.
Team.
Nick, good morning. Uncle Bruce, since Unity is popping, should I buy back my July 30s for 5-ish and then sell November 35s for 550-ish, or should I cross my arms? I would cross my arms, I think. Yeah, it's only 28.92. Yeah, just cross your arms. BW 52-week low hit of 150. Bargoon, JR, dang, what the hey was that? Chair dancing? It is surreal to try to catch up Uncle Bruce on my phone, watch him chair dance on my computer and monitor stocks. I'm going nuts here. George, I won't disparage anybody that owns strategy. It's all about how comfortable you are with the risk you're willing to take.
That's
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You have to be able to sleep at night.
Right. The women's curling competition, is this where they see who can put their hot curlers in faster? Is sponsored by Pantene. Is that the one you're talking about there, Auntie Jen? Oh, you're in big trouble.
Careful.
BW is asking for it. Christina, AJ, help Uncle Bruce to say Yahoo correctly. Yahoo, yeehaw, Beach Boy, hi Jen. Would like to know if a further wait is due or possibly write covered calls on Sofi and what strike expiration. There's a nice chunk just sitting there. No, we're not writing anything on Sofi. Not doing it.
About his part of the world on the news this morning.
We're following Israel all the time here.
Lots of women out marching.
Women marching, kids, you name it, everybody. Yeah. It's huge.
We're not going back, people.
We ain't going backwards.
We ain't going back.
Sofi, 548 up 4 cents. Let's just let it go higher. How about that?
Yes. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Let's go up. 153 is the down dip on the Dow. 52-cent down dip on GameStop. 1624. The low of the day on GameStop. 1612. And we've had 638,000 trade today.
That was quite the graph it had yesterday.
Yeah. Oh.
It went flying up.
Yeah. George Sebastian, I stir the pot, Uncle Bruce. That's what I do. Maria, curly. BW, just kidding, Auntie Jen. I'm just kidding. Misogynist, I love it. Nick, BW, I thought women's curling is a bicep competition where they compete to do the most curls.
Yes, absolutely. He has it right.
He's got it right. Finally, somebody understands what's really going on here.
The yelling and everything, it's all about
the yelling, the screaming, the panting, the moaning. Fake.
Just right, people. These are heavy stones. These one can snap you like a chicken. They do it when they're pregnant. do it when their babies are 3 weeks old.
Oh,
These women can snap you. That's right.
oh man, don't mess with don't mess with women curlers. Oh, don't be doing that. Not a good idea. Oh
Wow,
no.
that fired my blood. I'll go do exercise.
Fire in your belly, baby. Thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate it. I think I'll be on for another hour now and stay in my little room here.
That's right.
Oh, jeez. I'll hide under this desk.
He gets to suffer from whatever book or podcast I'm listening to.
Is it safe to come out now? Yeah, I'll stay in that room. Okay, I'll stay in the room.
And then they did this, and then they did that.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, everybody have a great Friday. Don't have too much green beer.
Oh,
It's not good
it's
coming
not good.
back.
Yeah, don't be drinking that green beer. Be careful out there. Hector, Uncle Bruce GameStop call strike 20 for May premium 137-ish. Your opinion, not enough money. Coyote, the mother curler who will break any predator who threatens their young.
That's right.
BW, just remember, Anti-Gen, they're sliding these giant heavy stones. They're not picking them up and chucking them up like in the Scottish Highland Games, you know.
No, but when they really toss them down the ice, you have to, depending on how far back you lift the stone, gives it momentum.
I love
How fast you push it out.
Was it last year's championships in Canada or the Worlds that the Canadian gal was 8 months pregnant and still got curling? Or she was
We
7
have a
months?
pregnant one on Inerson's right now. She's due in June. But it was a couple of years back, Rachel Holman had a 3-week-old baby and she won.
She had a 3-week-old and was curling and she won.
Yes. Yeah, it makes me want to go back and slap myself.
Yeah, excuse me 1 second. I'll be right back. Oh,
I don't think it was
yeah. Hold
bad
this.
when
Let's
she
go
was
curling.
pregnant.
We win the world championship. Don't mess with women curling.
mess with women.
Don't. And a baseball player has a little nick on his finger. I can't play. I have a little cut on my finger. These women are having kids off camera. What? Brian, Uncle Bruce, I have a GameStop May 17.5. I sold for $510. The bid is $186. I think I might just buy this back. What are your thoughts on this? I think that's an excellent idea. That is a wonderful thing. BW George, yep, I had to serve that one up there. Yeah, I had to serve it up there. You go.
Oh, George.
Oh, George. Look
You're
behind,
gay.
look behind you when you're walking down the street. There might be an ugly pickup truck coming your way.
Behind you.
Be careful. There might be a woman pushing a little stroller
You'll hear this
full of
word.
lead. Oh, yoink, George. She's saying yoink. Oh, no. Oh, boy. As a former baseball hooligan, I resent that remark, but I will concede it is very true. Laughing out loud, George. BW, are you currently serving? BW, if they bring back the smoking, the drinking, and the sponsors by Molson Ice, they have everybody mic'd up swearing. It would be one of the best sports ever to watch. I couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. I think we should go back to all those straw brushes too, because once in a while those corn brushes with a piece would fall off and the rocks would go off on the tangent. You love the uncertainty. I agree with that. BW. Nick, George, it wasn't me. It was useful that said it. It was somebody else. Christina, GameStop is back down. There we go. 16.13 right now. There it is. Low of the day, 16.12. Zip. Here we go again. BW George no longer in. George, BW USA. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. We're down 248 on the Dow. We're going negative again. This is what's happening here. 247 on the Dow, 16 points lower on S&P, but the NASDAQ is holding a 17-point gain because it doesn't have banks in there. We got oil down 137 to 66.98. That's what oil is doing right now. Coyote 0. Jan 2025 10s have traded so far, 45 minutes in, and none have traded so far today. Interesting stuff. GameStop 16.14. First Republic 28.25, and it's off of its highs, but it's nearer its highs than its lows. GameStop is at its lows just about right now. 16.13 a share. SoFi 5.44 down 1 penny. Tesla down $1.05. Apple up 34. Unity up 34. That's what's going on. It's really hard to write a call when stocks go down. It's really hard. There you go. 1613 last trade on GameStop. Volume on GameStop is 699,000 shares. Rather quiet. There you are. And the Dow is down 250. Headline: U.S. economy headed for trouble. Leading index singles. Sofi CEO Noto continues loading up on stock with a new $240,000 purchase. Noto is buying Sofi again. Today it's been filed. Here we go. He's still buying the stock. Newsflash. The CEO is buying Sofi stock. Hello? Is anybody home? Does anyone know what'll happen if I hand in my homework in your handwriting? Hello? This is good stuff. Wow, interesting. All right. So, 544 down a penny. just so you know. Just so you know, if an announcement came out that Jamie Dimon was buying up stock in his company, wouldn't you think the stock would go up? If Cook was buying stock in Apple, don't you think Apple would be going up with that news? Noto is buying Sofi, 240 grand of his own money. Nothing. 544. No one's paying attention. It's unbelievable to me. Sooner or later, somebody will pay attention. Many will pay attention to it. Someday, a hedge fund investor will pay attention and start loading up on this stock and just buying it all up down here. But that someday might not be today. Just saying. That's where we're at. All right. Doing what I can. Noto is a company man. Brian, a bid is in for 187 for the May 1750s. I'm buying them back. Woohoo! Christina, 1607 on GameStop. It is. It's going down. That means contracts will keep coming down. Thanks for your time in, says George. This is BW and George. George, Gaudi, always slow early. Takes a while for sellers and buyers to meet somewhere in the middle. Nick, Dumouriez, Noto, buying the stock, APR going up. You better believe that they're getting some of these deposits from SVB and FRC. Oh, yes, they are. I'm sure of it. SoFi is getting stronger every day and bigger. 1605 on GameStop, down 71 cents. The low of the day, 1604. 726,000 trade at GameStop is backing off. 255 drop on the Dow. SoFi 544 unchanged. Tesla down 105. Apple up 36. Unity up 33. All right. The C-suite of SoFi has around 6 million shares in their own company, and I bet a ton of stock options as well. I'm sure they do. Yeah. There you go. Interesting stuff. First Republic, the high of the day, $29. Last trade, $28.15 on First Republic Bank. $28.23, 70 cents from the high of the day at the moment. And Brian, Christina, GameStop, because you can write contracts right away. Brian, I mean, you can write SoFi ones too for pennies, but I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. CEO is buying here. I don't think he's wrong. I think he's right. I think he's very correct buying here. Very smart move. Yes. Anyway, there you go. George Sebastian agrees with Brian 100%. There you go. Fun times, kids. Thumbs ups meter now is at 161. Thank you, everybody, for getting me to within 39 thumbs ups of 200 today. Very kind of you, and the support is just awesome. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you, everybody. Let's go. Let's go. Coyote, I could go GameStop right immediately, use premiums to buy SoFi. Coyote, just a thought. Brian, 5K, you can get 300 GameStop and sell 3 covered calls. George, or buy more GameStop. There you go. Or buy GameStop deep in the money calls, 5s or 8s, and write on those. True. Lots of options, lots of choices. 1607 on GameStop, 28.49 now on First Republic, 50 cents away from the high of the day. SoFi 544 down a penny. Tesla down 98 cents. The market itself, we've got the Dow off 240. We got S&P down 15 and NASDAQ down up 17 now. at the moment. Oil down 145, $66.90 under pressure. There you go. Alrighty, George, or 6 poor man cover calls and write 6 and buy another poor man cover call. I could do that. That's right. Buy another, write, and buy another, and write, and buy, and write. That's it. Leverage it up, and let's go, kids. The option players will pay you to do this. It's incredible. Just incredible to me. Congratulations, all of you who have been able to lift up the number of poor man cover calls you're sitting on for GameStop and Tesla and Apple and HBQ, Pfizer, whatever you're writing on. Nice job building up your deep in the money calls and writing on them. It's fantastic. It becomes serious money when you reach certain levels of contracts. People are figuring that out around here. It is becoming quite interesting. Brian, Christina, so many options, so many choices. Brian, did you like that? See what I did there? Options, choices. Slick, huh? Oh, yeah. 272 dip on the Dow, going for 300, it looks like. GameStop, 1609. Still sitting down here. SoFi, 540, down 4 cents. Unbelievable. 539. Unbelievable on SoFi. Tesla down 150. Apple now negative, down 18 cents. Got a sell wave coming in. Down 290 on the Dow. We're dropping. Nasdaq just went red. Just dropped about 40 points. Just went red. Zzz, just like that. Zzz, there you go. Let's see. JR, sorry for that late comment, but the mention of women's curlers conjures up visions of my mom in those sponge curlers getting ready for bed. Wow. Willie, 167 thumbs up. Christina, this is funny. Brian, is it okay? I'm a father. Dad jokes are bread and butter, you know. George, Sebastian, something there complex. I don't know. Christina, 1601. I show 16 on GameStop. Right now, the low of 1597 has been recorded here. 788,000. GameStop's going lower, which means contracts are going lower. It's option expiry day. The Dow is down 300 points. 1599 on GameStop. We're going lower. First Republic is now down $1.60 from its high. 27.40. It's backing off. SoFi 538 down 6, backing off. Tesla down 180. Apple down 32. Unity down 1 penny. We're going down. Christina sees it. She sees it. She knows it. Contracts are backing off in price, whether you believe it or not. They will, and that's what's happening with the stock, down 77 cents. Down 305, down 308 on the Dow now, down 20 on NASDAQ, down 25 on S&P. 190 drop on oil, 66.45. Dropping again on oil, 66.39. Going lower, 196 lower on oil. It's getting hit hard. Hit it hard. That's what's going on. Option writers do not fear the upside. It's as simple as that. Keep writing. Just keep writing. Don't worry about writing. Just write. Be in the position where the cash is in your account and then decide what to do. Man, oh man, it's working in your favor across the board. You gotta accept winning. Down 316 on the Dow now. HBQ down 20. ATIP holding 31.1 on 363,000, up a tenth of a penny at the moment. Google down 158. Moderna down 157. Cisco's up 13. Pfizer's up 6. IBM down 138. Microsoft up 637. ME down 7.5. Matterport down 7.8. Cyxtera down a penny. Rocket Lab down 4.5. SmartRent down a dime. Spire 0.7 of a penny lower. Bed Bath Beyond down 2.3 cents. Amazon down 103. Netflix down 4.11. Home Depot up 114. Vanik down is up 41. Adobe up $7. Goldman down 9.24. Let's see what else is going on. Meta down 5.60. AMC down 18 cents. Apes are up 1. We're negative on Target 128. JP Morgan down 4.72. Costco down 150. Walmart holding a 15-cent gain. Disney down 65 cents. Nvidia up 6.94. American Airlines down 21 cents. So what's going on? We're seeing red here. JJ, I bought SoFi 7/21 2023's $4 call limit, 177. That's what you did. Okay. Gonzo Cruiser number 171 on the thumbs up meter. Brian, sweet. I made 323 on my buyback, 63% return. Is that better than the average of 4 to 6%? I can't tell. Is 63 a bigger number than 6? Did I make more money than my banker gives me? JJ, expiration 128 days, says JJ. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a good move. I wouldn't do it. Brian, it's probably didn't take a year for that 63 either. Yep, that's right. 313 drop on the Dow now. Oil 66.48. Man, oh man, oh man. And GameStop 1606 hanging in there. 27.17 on First Republic. We're backing off from 29 to 27.17. SoFi 540 down 5. Tesla down 199. Apple down 77. Unity holding a 4-cent gain. Okay, guys, way to go. Congrats on your moves here today. We have thumbs up meter 174. We need 26 thumbs ups. That's all. And we've got 200 more. Thank you, rerunners who are watching on the rerun, also hitting the thumbs up button after the shows are over. I do appreciate all of you with these thumbs ups after the fact, because it just keeps adding to the channel. Thank you very much for helping out. 175 thumbs ups are in here. Fabulous. Any of you want to do a one-on-one with me, let me know. I have openings this afternoon at noon Eastern and till the close, and or this Sunday I have 2 openings left, a 10 in the morning Eastern and 12 p.m. Eastern time opening for one-on-ones. If anyone is interested, let me know. Send me a private email and we'll set you up for a one-on-one. Congratulations, class watchers, picking up classes and learning how to write contracts, options contracts. I commend you all. You want to learn how to do this with this economy going into negative growth, with interest rates where they are, inflation where it is. You need to be writing options and hauling in income just to be a shareholder. You need to be rewarded for your loyalty to your company's shares. It's time to charge rent to hold on to the stock. Why not? $15.98 on GameStop. We're under pressure here on GameStop. The low of the day, $15.97. We're at $15.99, $15.98. Right on. Brian says to Mirko, I sold him January 20th. I'm feeling giddy with this. Splair, just in case, I wish everyone here already a successful and relaxed start to the weekend. Enjoy the free time to load up on some energy that you need, everybody. Thank you, Splair. You have a great weekend yourself in Dortmund, Germany. Fantastic, sir. We're down 345, 349 on the Dow. We are still slipping down lower. SoFi 538 down 6. Tesla down 228. Apple down 59 cents. Still backing off as we see this market do what it's doing here. We're backing up. 27.39.40 on First Republic. GameStop 15.97. That's a new low of the day on your GameStop. That's what's going on. U.S. consumer sentiment retreats for the first time in 4 months. This is catching up to the consumer 380 down dip on the Dow now. We're going even lower. 15.95 last trade on GameStop. New low of the day right now. Splayer by Uncle Bruce, by the way, there will be a little extra video today due to the third Friday. Isn't today the quadruple witching? Triple witching. Hawkeye, that's how I see it too. It's like you own a hotel portfolio with a lot of rooms, options you can rent out. Exactly, Splayer. And thank you, Uncle B. You got a Splayer. Hang in there, pal. We're down to 15.95 on GameStop now. The new low of the session, down 81 cents right here. 15.93 has been registered already. We're down 383 on the Dow, down 36 on S&P. Nasdaq now is down 56. That is what's going on. What else? We're down 168 on oil, 66.67 last trade on oil. Okay. SoFi 536, Tesla down 332 now. Going lower, down 11 on Unity, going lower. BW, if you're new here, you can write options in many places in your personal brokerage, self-directed IRA, Canadian TSP, I believe, U.S. health savings account. Just need to qualify for the account and margin. Same with the RRSPs in Canada. You can write options on your RRSP holdings. Definitely, even U.S. stocks. Brian, I will send you that money today for class number 8. Have a meeting with my bank today and try to cash out my RESP. I can make more money managing that money myself than the bank. There will be some penalties right there. Yeah, I don't know if you can transfer it into an RRSP and manage it there. Anyway, you've got to figure that one out, my friend. Splair, yeah, triple witching hour. BW, RSP. Sorry, Bruce, I don't speak Canadian. There you go, my friend. Make it work for you, sir. Making it work. We are still $15.94 now on GameStop. $15.94 last trade. $15.94.95. $15.92 is the low. We're at the low of the day right there. All righty. Yep, triple witching hour, says Splair. That's what we've got. 536 on the Sofi. Okay. Isn't it RRSP, Registered Retirement Savings Plan? Yeah, they in Canada, it's either referred to as RSP or RRSP. Yeah. Spare on first trade, you can start writing on small stonks like Tilray or Sofi. $1,000 may be needed for 100 of each of both, actually. There you go. Indeed. Okay, there we are. All right, $16 last trade on GameStop. It's trying to hang in there. 10-year note, 3.42% interest for a U.S. 10-year note. Lower. Euros hanging in there at 106.3. The British pound, 121.4. Just ahead. The U.S. dollars are up a little on those today. Just a bit. Europe right now is negative. We're negative in Europe all over the place. 0.73% up to 1.5% lower in Europe. Oil down $2 now. $2.02 lower for West Texas. 66.33 last trade on a barrel of crude in Texas. Gasoline has got to be coming off in the next few days and weeks. Keep me posted on how that looks in your neighborhood. Hopefully you guys are showing lower gas prices. Right on. Splair, always remember to grab some leftovers you have and buy ATIP super cheap. It is right now 31.3 on ATIP, up 0.3 of a penny on 365,000 shares. There's a nibbler there, nibbling up stock today, it would appear. Let's see. Dean, GTG, but to everyone here, may your blessings outnumber the shamrocks that grow, and may trouble avoid you wherever you go. An Irish blessing. Gotta go. Thanks, Dean. Brian, I also have some August 1875s I sold for $6.05. They're trading at $2.30. I might put in a stinker on those as well. $2.01 maybe, something like that. 1875s, they're out of the money nicely. Maybe 176, 181, something nice and cheap. Scoop them up, choose super cheap. Keep an eye on those bid asks and stay under the bid. $15.98 again on GameStop, down 78 cents. Alrighty. Well done, everybody. Way to score on your contracts. Way to score. It's option expiry day. It's triple witching hour. A lot of volatility here. We'll stay in this market all day. We have enough fun with banking issues, war in Ukraine. Oh, gosh. It is nuts. Oh, boy. Apparently the other day, the Ukrainians recovered a drone that landed in the Ukraine, broke apart. It probably exploded. They're piecing it together. It's a Chinese drone. It's not an Iranian drone. It's Chinese drones. There are now Chinese drones landing in Ukraine. Just so you know. Let's see. Gee, I wonder what the Chinese would do if a bunch of drones started landing on their territory from other countries. I wonder if they'd freak out. Yeah, I kind of wonder, huh? Yeah, kind of goofy. All right, 540 on SoFi. Okay. 182 thumbs ups, 18 left to get. Thank you, everybody. Gonna work on that. Neat. But everything's made in China, says Christine. Bobby, isn't summer prices for gas coming? Maybe we'll get a nickel off or something. Alberto, Uncle, and Bagel Familia, I'm here and you can begin. Thanks for all you do. Back to my meeting. Thumbs ups. Thank you, pal. Appreciate it, Alberto. Keep her going. We're watching stocks trade all over the place. Neat is all I can say to all of that. To all of you, neat is the message of the morning. Congrats on your option success today. Down 378 on the Dow, going for 400 down points. VJ, down is down 300 points today, but AMD and NVIDIA are up almost 20% this past week. It's still rising. AJ, number 182. Thank you, AJ, neat, for the thumbs up and the neat emoji letting us know you're there. 185 thumbs ups are in, 15 to go, and we've got 200. Thank you all. Neat. BC, is that a state? I'm number 185, buddy. Now we have 187, 13 left to get, and we've got 200 thumbs ups. Thank you. Neat. That's what I say. Neat is what I say. We're down 400 on the Dow. I was saying it looked like 400 was in the way. 407, and we go down. Larry, neat. Home Skillet, I'm 183. Is that a state? Neat. Mirko, neat. 187 thumbs ups. We need 13 more, and we've got 200. Fantastic. Stock markets with Bruce. Home Skillet's going neat. Here they come. One after the other. The knee emojis are coming through, and 13 thumbs ups left to get. And we got a JR. Neat. There they come. They're coming in. 1596 on GameStop. 1596 low of the day. 1592 as far as I know. Yes, 1592 is the low of the day, and we're just about there. Oh, Splair. Yeah, lovely. How you can wait for a perfect job. Chance, thanks to that channel. Looks like I can start probably in April, part-time selling Lego toys and only 4 days a week. You gotta love that. Splair. Neat. Way to go, Splair. Nice going, pal. Selling Legos. Yeah, baby. Show them how to play with Legos. You gotta love that. 420 point down dip. There you go. Down we go. Giddy up. 1595, 1594 on GameStop. 2717 on First Republic. Down they go as well. SoFi 535 down a dime. Tesla 179.89 down 424. Apple down 112. Unity down 28. Down they go. HPQ down 31. 31.3 on ATIP, up 0.3 of a penny. Google down 80, is up 81 cents, but falling. Moderna down 213. Cisco down 18. Pfizer unchanged. It is falling. IBM down 172. Microsoft is falling. It's still up 430, but it's coming back. ME down 7.5. Matterport down 9.5. Sextera down 2 cents. Rocket Lab down 7.5. Smart Rent down 10. Spire is down 0.8 of a penny. Bed Bath Beyond down 3.5 cents. Amazon down 198 and falling. Home Depot dropping. It's only up a dime. It's falling fast. Netflix down $7.60. Vanik down 112. Adobe up 376, but it's falling. Goldman down 939 at 305.70. Boeing down 360. Meta down 630. AMC is down 21 cents. The Ape shares are up 3. Down goes the markets. That's what we got. 421 lower on the Dow Jones now. A little bounce on GameStop. 16.8, 16.10, trying to bounce back. We're down 43 on S&P, down 89 on NASDAQ. There it is. All right. It's almost like the market makers are holding the option contract prices up and they're not dropping with the share price, just like was mentioned earlier. Splair, I just love the times they offer and the product they sell. I won't have to start before 9:30 at the Lego store. Right on, Splair. Working the Lego magic. Well done, sir. 190 thumbs ups. Thank you, guys. 10 to go. And we're just about there. Well, no matter what, my friend, at the end of the day today, a whole bunch of options won't exist anymore. March 17s will be gone, and the next third Friday will be April's. The next third Friday of contracts, and they now are vulnerable to depreciation. Watch out. Here we go. 27.05 on First Republic, down almost $2 from the high of the day. SoFi 537 down 8. That is what's going on. 16.11 on GameStop, just backed off 6 cents. Barron's is saying that small banks' big problem that they have, too many commercial real estate loans. They're saying they're too deep into those. Well, we'll follow that. Obviously, real estate is backing off because of higher rates, and if real estate values are dropping, the mortgages against them are losing equity, putting possibly some properties upside down, which means mortgages could go into default, which is bad news for banks, any banks, small banks, even worse. Gotta watch that. Gotta watch that. Yes. The Dow's 4 financial stocks are cutting 170 points off the Dow today. We're down 387 on the Dow right now. Delta is option price change for the first dollar change in the underlying. Gotta know your Greek, says Home Skillet. Thank you, sir. Hector, neat. There you go. There you have it. 16.14 on GameStop. 26.88 on First Republic. We're back now. We're now under 27. We're dropping even further. 5.40 on SoFi, holding a nickel loss at the moment. Apple down 82. Unity down 28. Tesla down 371. Right on, everybody. ATIP 31.3, up 0.3 of a penny. The volume on ATIP 373,000 this morning. All right, folks. And we have 193 thumbs ups with a minute to go in our show. Thank you all for getting me as close to 200 as humanly possible. Only 7 left to get. And we are approaching the, if we not only, I think we've passed the 2 hour mark, 2 hours, 10 minutes. Thank you for this support. I appreciate it very much. We're always trying to get for 200 thumbs ups in the morning. Trying to get there. We're so close. I thank you all very much for the following and the support of the channel every way you guys do it. It's fabulous. All right, kids, that's it for here. If any of you want a one-on-one today, you let me know. We're available from noon until 4 today for live one-on-ones during the market hours. If you're a Gold Bagel member, $375 is your cost to get a one-on-one session. Just send me an email. Let me know what time you like, and we'll get you set up with a link. Thank you all. Otherwise, we'll see you Sunday for one-on-ones. Otherwise, we'll be here Monday morning, bright and early. Don't miss a first thing in the morning, 8 o'clock Eastern time. I try to go live for Gold Bagel members, 8:30 for everyone else. And we'll stay on top of these markets for you guys and make a ton of money on your options, everybody. They're handing it to you. Take it from them. Do rollovers. Pick up more deep in the money calls and keep on writing. Grow that portfolio and absolutely grab this stuff. They're handing it to you. You got to love it. I thank you. Spare, have a great weekend, everybody. Nick, give Uncle Bruce a thumbs up here. Manager Uncle Bruce, given all the things going on with banking, do you see any upside in SoFi? Yes, I do. John Anderson, thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend. Remember, Noto bought another $240,000 of SoFi just yesterday or today. He's buying up $1 million last week, 240,000 this week. George, Brian, I'll almost bet you end up folding your arms. There you go. Nick, number 200. Bruce, you got 200. Thumbs ups. 201. Ave, come in. Thank you, everybody. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Mr. Premium is smiling. Drew, happy St. Patty's Day and have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy your weekend all. I'll be watching this market all the rest of the day today. Thank you for your support. We'll see you guys later. Keep the drive alive. Get richer. Keep us posted, and I love it. This is fantastic, guys. Keep up the good work. Christina, goodbye all. Richard, neat. There it is. All right, guys. Goodbye from Palm Desert, California. See you later.